Shin splints suck.
No, that sucks.
No, you suck!
And if you want to stop getting shin splints today, I got 8 tips to stop you from getting shin splints forever.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Definitely pay attention to the last one. It's the most important one. If you want to learn even more about jumping rope, make sure you grab my book, Jump Into Fitness. It's chock full of science, tips, tricks, and facts, and it even comes with basic workouts. Make sure you grab yours. The links to it is down below. The first thing you should do to avoid shin splints is to warm up properly.
Yeah, but how do I start?
You want to start with a dynamic workout that includes leg stretches and light cardio to get your muscles ready for the workout, as this increases blood flow and prevents strain on your shins.
Tell me more.
Wearing the right shoes will help you not get shin splints.
Yeah, those great shoes.
Wear supportive shoes with good cushioning to absorb impact and reduce stress on your shins, ensuring that shoe fits well and provide adequate arch support to maintain proper foot alignment. The shoes that I'm showing you right here are some of my favorite shoes to jump rope in.
Hey, where'd you get those shoes?
And you can find the link to them down below. The surface that you're jumping on could be causing shin splints.
This can't be
If you jump on things like concrete or asphalt, often this will cause shin splints because this puts a lot of pressure on those joints.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself.
If you want to relieve some of that pressure, you might want to grab a jump rope mat. In fact, if you want to know all the benefits of jump rope mats, you can check out the video I have down below where I explain everything you need to know about jump rope mats. In particular, the one that I have now, which is the cross rope mat. Now you also can jump on soft surfaces like grass, clay, a basketball court. If you can find any of those surfaces in your neighborhood or at your house, I highly recommend jumping on that rather than jumping on any type of hard surface, ones that don't have any type of give to. Like with most things, you want to make sure you have the proper technique as you're jumping rope.
Good form, old man.
You want to keep your jumps low and light using the balls of your feet to absorb the shock. Here you are, here's the balls of your feet if you're not sure what that is. You want to maintain an upright posture with your knees slightly bent to evenly distribute the impact across your lower body.
We are now even.
Since the impact is distributed throughout your body, the impact is not on your shins as much as it would be if you did not have the proper form. If you're new to jumping rope or increasing your workout intensity, do so gradually to give your muscles and bones time to adapt.
Well, I adapt to survive.
Thereby reducing the risk of overuse injuries that often lead to shin splints. If you don't want to get shin splints, make sure you take rest days.
Why don't you go home and get some rest?
Give your body time to recover by incorporating rest days into your routine, as continuous strain without sufficient rest can weaken the muscles and lead to inflammation in the shin area, and really any area as you're jumping rope. Make sure you stretch, get a massage right after your workout. I know I use these calf massages to make sure that I get a calf massage right after work and right after a good workout. I also use these yoga blocks so I can get another good calf stretch in. Tight calves lead to shin splints, just to let you know. And I do a host of other stretches and utilize my massage gun so that I can prepare for the next workout the next day. One of the best ways to stop getting shin splints is to develop the muscles in your legs. That way you'll have stronger legs that won't get shin splints. And weighted jump ropes happen to be the best way, in my opinion, to develop those muscles. Do your feet hurt while you're jumping rope?
My feet hurt, my back hurt, my soul hurts.
Don't worry, you're not alone. In today's video, I'm going to explain why your feet hurt while you're jumping rope and what you can do to fix it.
Prove it. All right.
Remember, all the equipment you see in today's video is available down below. So, jumping rope is a great full body workout, but you can get a little foot pain if you're not doing the proper steps.
What are the steps?
First off, let's talk about the shoes you're wearing.
Tell you right now, you ain't getting in with them shoes.
They're probably the second most important item next to the jump rope that you have. You want to make sure that your shoes are compatible with the workout that you're trying to do. If your feet hurt while you're jumping rope, A lot of times people are wearing old and worn out shoes that the sole has really worn down and is no longer comfortable to walk in, much less jump in. First thing you want to do is diversify how many shoes you're wearing. You want to wear multiple pairs of shoes so that you don't wear them down.
You think we need one more?
Maybe have shoes that you don't walk around in on a daily basis. These are just my gym shoes. These are just my jump rope shoes. That way you don't wear them down as quickly. And make sure that you're wearing the right type of shoes.
What do you recommend?
I recommend cross-training running shoes. The ones that you see on my feet right now are some of my favorites today. In fact, I have them in 2 colors. You can find links to them down below.
Shoes. And more shoes.
And these shoes are awesome because the cushion is just right. They're made for running, but that also means they're great for jumping rope. Next, let's talk about the surface that you jump rope on.
Where?
Does that really matter?
Jumping rope consistently on surfaces like asphalt or concrete are really
Brutal.
on your feet. I recommend that you switch to softer surfaces like a clay tennis court or hardwood floor, and you can make concrete and asphalt a softer surface.
So, how do I do that?
By simply buying a jump rope mat. If you want to see why I use the one that I'm currently using, you can check out the video I have down below where I explain exactly why I have this jump rope mat. But I recommend you get a jump rope mat. A jumping rope on softer surfaces, you can protect your feet from unnecessary pain.
Before we get into that, let's warm up.
I warm up before each and every jump rope workout, and you should too. Warming up is a step that a lot of people forget, but it's super important to preventing foot pain. You want to start with dynamic stretches that focus on your ankles and calves. What I do is I do ankle rolls and calf stretches. I use these blue calf stretchers to do calf stretches. And both of these moves help me loosen up my legs so that I can jump rope without any pain.
You're completely pain-free.
Doing these stretches for a few minutes before a workout can make a big difference in how you feel during a workout. A lot of people can avoid foot pain just by simply changing their jump rope form.
Oh, it's that simple.
If you're jumping too high or landing too hard, it can be really harsh on your feet. When you jump rope, you want to aim for small, quick jumps. You want to stay light on your feet and keep your knees slightly bent to absorb the shock. Remember, you only need to jump an inch or 2 off the ground. The goal of jumping is to stay efficient and controlled. Most workouts are about staying in control and mastering your body. Not only can this reduce foot pain, but it'll also help with your consistency and rhythm. If your feet are weak, you're gonna be more prone to injuries.
It's gonna be a lot easier once you get stronger.
And that's why strengthening your feet is so important. Simple exercises like toe raises, calf raises, and rolling a tennis ball under your foot can help strengthen the muscles in your feet and improve mobility. Not only will this help prevent foot pain, but it will also enhance your overall jump rope performance. Everybody needs a break.
Looks like you need a break.
Definitely listen to your body and make sure that your feet don't hurt a lot. If your feet hurt a lot, take a rest day and do the following. I personally like getting a massage. I call massages the vegetables of working out. It's what people don't want to do, but you definitely need to do it. You definitely need to stretch and get a massage often if you're gonna be working out. Now, I understand that you might can't afford to get a massage all the time and go to a masseuse. I personally use these calf/foot massagers every day to get a good massage in. Don't get me wrong, you definitely want to get a massage from a massage therapist, chiropractor, and so on and so forth. But getting massages can be quite expensive. If you want to cut down some of that cost but get some of the benefits, use these boots on a daily basis, but get a massage maybe on a monthly or bi-monthly basis, whenever you can afford to do so. Now, as someone who jumps rope a lot, I've probably experienced almost every type of injury/pain that you can get from jumping rope. And don't worry, you can recover from all of them. Check out this podcast I have right here, and it'll explain different types of injuries and ways to get over them, just like I did in this video. Make sure you hit that like button hit that subscribe button, and as always, just start. Worry about being perfect later. Peace.